Hello, welcome to the Warframe Collective. Today I would like to talk about 3 quality of life features I would like to see implemented in Warframe. Now these are features that would most likely improve quality of life for veteran players that have been loyal to the game over a long period of time, or just players that are high MR that do a lot of grinding. And at the end of the day, this is all just my opinion, and most of this can be boiled down to wishful thinking, but this list is in no particular order, so without further ado, let's just jump into it. Coming in at number 3 is the ability to form a weapon, Warframe, or companion without leaving a mission. Now we've all been there, where you need a weapon, Warframe, or companion leveled, and thus you go to an XP node, whether that's Hydron, ESO, or a COD, or whatever the fuck. You're eventually going to run into a situation where you have 4 players in a mission and you guys are all getting good XP, but after 2 rotations, one player ends up leaving the mission, causing everybody else to subsequently extract from the mission as well. Now, why did this happen? Well, most likely this happened because one player in the group maxed out his weapon, Warframe, or companion really quickly, and thus they need to extract so they can forma and repeat the process all over again. Another reason this may have happened was because that player likely had an affinity booster, so after 2 or 3 rotations, all his gear was maxed out, and thus he needed to extract to go forma. This could also be especially true if a player went into a mission with only 1 weapon on them, because if you only have 1 weapon on you, all your XP is going to go towards that 1 weapon. Now look, I could see some players being like, oh, that shit's overpowered and you're just trying to subvert the grind. And my answer to that would be yes and kind of. I can see this being kind of overpowered, so maybe only allow people that are mastery 18 and above to do it. But that may have a ripple effect to where people are putting together Forma squadrons of mastery rank 18s and above. And it's not really subverting the grind, because whether you have to break up a squad or not, you're going to get your shit formed anyway. Coming in at number 2 is the ability to switch builds without leaving a mission. Now listen, we've all been there where you queue for a mission, but before the mission even starts, you realize you forgot to switch builds to the appropriate element for the enemy faction you're going to be fighting. So before the game even finds a squadron, you try to quit out, but it doesn't work because the game just throws you into a mission anyway, even though you hit the quit button in time. We've all been there to where you've been mostly running corrosive and heat for the whole day for one reason or another, but by the time you're ready to run a corpus mission, you forget to switch to magnetic and gas for whatever the fuck reason. It doesn't matter whether you need corrosive and heat, magnetic and toxin, cold and radiation, or whatever the fuck. Eventually, you're going to run into a situation where you forget to switch your build. This would be very reminiscent of every player having the one-man army perk in Call of Duty. If you don't know, in Call of Duty back in the day, if you're running one-man army, you could switch build mid-mission. And look, I know some people are gonna think it's overpowered, but dog, shut the fuck up. Is switching your build mid-mission really gonna be that overpowered? If anything, it'll make gameplay a bit more dynamic. In Destiny, you have the ability to switch weapons, armor, and basically your whole fucking build on a fly. And we are better than Destiny. So yeah, moving on. Coming in at number 1 in this bitch, give all Gemeni skins Excalibur Umbra or Wukong Celestial Twin ability. Now, if you own Excalibur Umbra, one thing I'm sure you noticed but never fucking used is as you're in your operator form, your Excalibur Umbra can operate independently. This is basically the same for Wukong Celestial Twin, except Wukong Celestial Twin is an actual Warframe ability. Now, when all things are considered, it makes sense for Excalibur Umbra to be able to do this, considering the quest line you do to get Excalibur Umbra. But I also feel like our Gemeni skins all should be able to do this for the simple fact that, I don't know, these motherfuckers all have human faces. So I feel like when you pop out of them, They should be able to operate independently instead of standing still like a fucking robot. Now listen, I can see this being overpowered. After all, look what happened with Wukong's Celestial Twin ability. Every time we get something nice, you motherfuckers have to find a way to abuse it. Wukong's Celestial Twin is no exception, as motherfuckers have figured out how to AFK with explosive weapons and shit, and subsequently got the Celestial Skin nerfed and the explosive weapons nerfed. You motherfuckers fucking two birds, one stone. So yeah, maybe just give the Gemeni skins the ability to only use secondary weapons or melee weapons. And I can see another argument being, considering the fact that you're inside your Warframe 90% of the time, this ability would be extremely underutilized. So why would DE even spend time and resources implementing this? And yeah, you'd be correct. But at the end of the day, it'd still be fucking cool, so shut the fuck up. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. The best thing you can do for me at this point is just to have a beautiful day. Peace.